What are the potential savings from using a VA refinance option? Let's get after it. Hey, VA Nation, Jeff Newton here with National VA Loans powered by Stride Bank. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is the VA refinance and what the potential savings are from utilizing the VA refinance. So let's just get right into it real quick. Well, before we do, give us a call. If you have any questions or want to talk about any of these options, just give us a call at 855-956-4040. Okay, let's get into it. So potential savings for a VA refinance. Well, we're going to start with the very first and the easiest one. It's your outgoing expenses. What are you currently spending every month outgoing? So whether it be your mortgage payment, any debt we're going to consolidate, which you can consolidate everything, whether it's installment loans, signature loans, revolving credit cards, any of your credit card debt, all those things can be absorbed into a debt consolidation or VA refinance. So let's look at it this way. I mean, really what people think of initially when they're looking at a refinance is they think, okay, well, I'm going to take my current mortgage payment and I'm going to reduce it down. Yes, that is one way to save money, and that's one way to make this work. But what other outgoing expenses do you have? The VA is one of the few well, actually, it is the only loan out there that allows for 100% financing when it comes to a refinance. So that allows you to utilize all the equity you have in your home, and you can use that equity to pay off additional debt. So what I always look at is cash flow and how much money do I have going out versus coming in, and if it saves me money on that end. So if I'm looking at this from a logical standpoint, and I'm looking at, okay, my mortgage payment is $2,000, and then I've got this debt over here when I'm paying $1,500 a month on it. So now I'm out of my pocket is $3,500 every single month, right? If I can take and I can consolidate that debt, pay it off into my mortgage, and I can take my $3,500 and I can make it $2,500, I'm saving $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. You want to raise? This is where your raise comes into effect. You don't even have to go ask the boss for this one, baby. All you got to do is give us a call, 855-956-4040. Guys, we'll be able to help explain it. And this is a way to increase your cash flow. Now, you probably ask yourself, well, what can I do with an extra $1,000 a month? Well, you can do anything you want with it. That's the beauty of it, is you can use that money any way you want. Instead of using your credit cards on a daily basis and running that balance up, which, by the way, credit card balances are an all-time high. So instead of using those, now you've got that extra $1,000 a month. Now you don't need to use that a little or more. You don't need to use the credit cards as much. Or maybe you want to set money aside. You've got kids and you want to put a 529 plan together, and you want to make sure that their college is paid for. You can use money for that. You can really use it for any way you want. So that's one of the biggest things. And that's really my number one. If you can reduce your outgoing, that's going to save you money. And then you can use that money for anything you want. Help buy cryptocurrency with it. I mean, right now, everyone else does, it seems like. So you can use it for whatever you want. And no, that is not me saying buy cryptocurrency. What I'm saying is, it's an option. So check it out if you are so inclined. Okay, so now there are ramifications to paying off debt, and there's benefits that are unforeseen. So if we're paying off that debt, we're consolidating those loans, we're getting it all into one spot. Number one, I don't know if you're the ones that if you're at home, if you pay the bills or if your spouse pays the bills, but in my house, I go on and pay the bills. And every month I got 15, 16, 17, my God, all these different things that I got to go on and pay. Number one, it can be time consuming. And of course, time is the one thing you can't get back. But number two, if you forget one and then all of a sudden you're late, and next thing you know, you've got a ding in your credit. So you're going to consolidate it. It's going to make life a little bit easier there. It's going to save you a little bit of time. But let's get back to the interest on other loans. And why would it save you money there? Well, the reason it would save you money there is because now your credit scores are going to go up by paying off unsecured debt like revolving credit cards, things like that, or by paying off installment loans. You're going to see your interest or your credit scores go up. And when credit scores go up, interest comes down in typical fashion, right? It's a huge advantage, not only for other debts, but other things, and we're going to touch on just here in a second. But think about that. If you pay off those debts, you're not going to close those credit cards, especially the revolving stuff. Do not close those accounts. So let's say we pay off, you've got 5 different cards spread out, and you've got $20,000 in credit card debt. It's a manageable amount. You're not drowning in it. but you're paying, $1,000 a month on that 20,000. And of course, how much of that is going towards interest? A good portion of it when it comes to credit card, right? So if you pay those debts off, now, first thing I'm going to have you do after those are paid off is you want to contact each one of those creditors, whether it's a Capital One or Wells Fargo, whoever it may be. You want to contact them and tell them you want to raise your credit limit, raise it up. Even if you're not going to use it, guys, you want to have that availability, that credit availability for you. So you're going to want them to raise up that credit limit. It just gives you more options if something were to happen in the future. All right. But the most important thing is you're going to save money on interest when it comes to about anything you do. So keep that. Car loans. My gosh, seems like we have to buy a car every 4 or 5 years. Now, I'm sitting on mine for a while, but it seems like most people do. So it allows you to save money on that as well. Guys, to give us more information on any of this, give us a call, 855-956-4040. This is the last thing I want to cover. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of different things that you can save money on, but the last thing I want to cover is premiums on insurance, things like that, whether it be your homeowner's insurance, car insurance, life insurance, even. With a higher credit score, by paying off all this debt, by lowering your debt to income ratio, because remember, we increase cash flow, so that lowers our debt to income ratio. By doing those things, you're going to see lower interest rates on about everything you do, from car loans, car insurance, homeowners insurance, everything like that. It's all pretty much credit based nowadays. So that's a giant advantage. All right, folks, to stay up to date with all the most current information on VA home loans, give us a subscribe at youtube.com/National VA Loans. You can click the button, one of these spots right here, and you can subscribe. Guys, you'll get notified when we put new video out, new information. Of course, ask us questions. If you got questions, give us a call, 855-956-4040. That's the best way to get a hold of us. Any of our VA specialists here are all well-versed in everything that we talk about on this channel, and they'll be able to answer any questions you might have. Of course, if you want, just ask for me. My name's Jeff. Feel free to ask for me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And if you're proactive and you just like to get stuff done, check out nationalapplynow.com. Download our simple, secure, easy Stride Home Mortgage app. Everything's simple. It's right there on your phone. It's point, it's click, it's add the information in, and then it'll submit it directly through a secure server directly to your VA specialist. So we'll be reaching out to you to go over all the different options you have available, whether it be for cash out and debt consolidation, VA interest rate reduction loan, just to lower your interest rate, or for a new home purchase for you and your family. Any of our VA specialists will be happy to go through all the different options with you guys. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, all you've done for our country. Thank you so much. Till next time, God bless and take care of yourselves.